Morning is a key time of the day. What you do in the first 30 minutes can make or break your well-being, especially after age 60. The body wakes up slower, the heart is more vulnerable, and blood pressure is unstable. There are habits that seem harmless, but every day they trigger aging, pain, and fatigue. And most people do them automatically, not realizing they're harming themselves from the very start of the day. In this video, you will learn a list of the most harmful morning habits that should be avoided after 65. We'll explain why they are harmful, what happens in your body, and what to do instead, so your body wakes up with strength. Many of these mistakes happen within the first 5 minutes after waking up. So check yourself carefully. You might be doing this every morning without even thinking. Make sure to watch until the end, because at the very end, we'll reveal the truth about one habit that seems innocent but harms your health silently. And before we begin, subscribe to the channel if you appreciate clear and helpful health content like this. And in the comments, let us know where you're watching from and how old you are. It matters to us and inspires others too. The first and one of the most dangerous habits: getting out of bed abruptly as soon as you wake up. It may seem like nothing, but after 65, your body doesn't switch from sleep to activity instantly. Overnight, blood flow slows, blood pressure drops, and body temperature decreases. When you suddenly sit or stand up, your heart gets the message: rush oxygen to the brain. This causes a blood pressure spike, dizziness, blurred vision, and a real risk of falling. This is especially dangerous for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart rhythm issues. Even if you've never fallen before, the brain may shut down for 1 to 2 seconds. That's enough to lose your balance. How can you tell if you stood up too fast? You feel foggy, your legs feel weak, and you want to lie back down. Instead, give yourself 2 minutes. Just lie there, wiggle your toes and fingers. Make a few circular movements with your feet and wrists. Feel your body switching on. Then slowly turn to your side. Lower your feet to the floor, and only then get up. If you have issues with your spine or legs, keep a chair or railing nearby for support. Getting up slowly isn't laziness. It's care for a body that's learning to wake up anew each day. The second common mistake: drinking coffee right after waking up and on an empty stomach. It may seem like a morning coffee gives you energy, but for an aging body, the reaction can be very different. Caffeine triggers stomach acid production. Without food, it starts to irritate the stomach lining. This can cause heartburn, cramps, bloating, and even trigger gastritis flare-ups. After 65, the stomach lining heals more slowly. Even one morning with coffee on an empty stomach is a stress factor. Coffee also causes a sharp rise in cortisol, the stress hormone. That leads to anxiety, tension, and blood pressure spikes. And after an hour, your energy crashes. Instead of feeling awake, you feel weak and get a headache. It's especially dangerous for those taking medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart health. The best solution isn't to give up coffee, but to delay it a little. First, drink warm water. It gently wakes the stomach and prepares the body for food. Then have a light breakfast. For example, oatmeal, a slice of bread with cottage cheese, or some nuts and fruit. And only after 30 to 40 minutes enjoy a cup of aromatic coffee. Then it will truly energize you instead of harming you. If you really don't want to eat, add a splash of milk, cream, or even a little plant-based oil to your coffee. A small change in habit, a big step toward better digestion, stable blood pressure, and energy for the whole day. The third harmful habit: reaching for your phone or turning on the news right after waking up. It feels like a way to start the day, but in reality, it overloads the brain from the very first seconds. Bright screens, message notifications, and stressful news, all of this triggers stress before your body is even awake. Your cortisol levels spike, increasing anxiety, heart rate, and tension. Older bodies are especially sensitive to this. That sudden stimulation can cause a blood pressure spike. Instead of a calm awakening, your nervous system gets hit with a jolt. Even if you feel used to it, your brain still tires faster and loses focus more easily throughout the day. Reading stressful news on an empty stomach is especially harmful. It triggers a cascade of anxiety for the whole day. What to do instead? Give your brain 15 to 20 minutes of peace after waking up. Open a window, do a few light movements, drink water, and only then check your phone. If you can't skip the phone, put on some music or do a short breathing exercise. It's not just what you do, it's the mental state in which you begin the day that matters. The brain needs time to warm up. Let it wake up gently, without overload. Even 1 week without your phone in the first 15 minutes can lower anxiety and improve sleep quality. Start the day with yourself, not a screen. It gives you stability, energy, and mental clarity. The fourth harmful habit: skipping breakfast or rushing through it as if it doesn't matter. In the morning, your body especially needs energy, hydration, and nutrients. Overnight, all of it gets used up. When you skip breakfast, your body stays in conservation mode longer. It doesn't activate metabolism. As a result, you feel sluggish, your thinking slows, memory fades, and blood sugar can spike. And if you take medications on an empty stomach, it can harm your stomach and amplify side effects. This is especially risky if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or digestive issues. But not all breakfasts are good. Quick sausage sandwiches and sugary tea that's not real nutrition. An ideal breakfast is a mix of proteins, complex carbs, and a bit of healthy fat. For example, oatmeal with nuts and berries, or an egg with veggies and a slice of whole grain bread. You don't need to eat a lot. Even a small, balanced portion gives your body a great start. And if you're not hungry, start with warm water and lemon. It gently wakes up your digestion. After 10 to 15 minutes, have a light snack of fruit, some nuts, or a bit of cottage cheese. The main thing: don't leave your body without fuel, especially in the morning, after a full night without food. If you're short on time, prepare breakfast the night before. It could be porridge, yogurt, or a salad in a container. Morning nutrition isn't just food. It's your body's signal: I'm taking care of you from the very start of the day. The fifth harmful habit: starting your morning in complete silence and isolation. No words, smiles, or even a sound. It feels like peace, but in reality, it's a signal to the brain of social withdrawal. And social isolation is one of the leading factors in declining mood and memory in older adults. Even if you live alone, you can switch on connection in other ways, through sound, movement, or inner contact. For example, turn on the radio, music, or a video with a human voice. It creates a feeling of presence and life. Or simply say out loud how you feel. It activates your speech, emotions, and focus. The brain needs sound to fully wake up. Without it, it stays in passive mode for longer. It's especially important not to start your day in silence if you're prone to anxiety or low energy. Even a few words, a kind thought, or a smile in the mirror can change your state. Connection isn't just with others, it's also with yourself, your body, the present moment. If you enjoy silence, let it be alive. Add music, nature sounds, or the voice of a loved one. Try saying one thing you're grateful for out loud in the morning, or talk through your plan for the day. It gives structure. Even if it feels silly, it gives your brain a sense of engagement and reduces feelings of loneliness. A morning with voice, movement, and awareness: that's the best start for memory, resilience, and energy. Don't retreat into silence. Even if no one is physically near you, are not alone. So, we've reviewed 5 morning habits that could be harming your health after 65. Each one may seem small, but it's these small things that shape your day, your well-being, and your life. If you recognized one of your own habits in this list, don't worry. Everything can be changed. Start small. Remove just one harmful habit and replace it with something better. You'll feel the change quickly. And now, a bonus. A simple morning practice to replace bad habits and energize your body from the very start. This is a simple morning technique, just 5 minutes in bed. No effort, no exercise, no stress. Start with breathing. Take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now wiggle your fingers and toes, gently. It tells your body, I'm waking up, I'm alive. Stretch like you did as a child, with outstretched arms and a soft motion of the legs. Then smile at yourself, even without a reason. It activates happy hormones and prepares your brain for the day. Try doing this for 5 days in a row. You'll see how mornings stop being your enemy and become your ally. You've watched till the end and already made a step toward a more energized, mindful morning. Now you know which habits are hurting you and how to replace them gently and with care. Share this video with someone who might benefit from it. And in the comments, let us know your age and where you're watching from. See you in the next video. Start your mornings right, and your body will thank you.